Although the default for drawing shapes is to put each shape on its own separate layer, there are times when you might want to add multiple shapes to a single layer so that the shapes can interact with one another. I'll select the Custom Shape tool, and from the Custom Shape Picker, I've selected a heart shape. I've chosen red as my foreground color with no stroke, and I'll click and drag out in my image area in order to draw this heart. Now, if I were to click and drag another shape by default, it would appear on its own shape layer. Instead, I'm going to change the Path Alignment option to Combine Shapes. Now, when I click and drag out the second shape, we can see on the Layers panel that they're both on the same layer. I'm going to add a stroke to this layer. I'll choose the solid color and make it 5 pixels. As long as the shapes aren't overlapping, it will stroke each one independently. But if I switch to the Path Selection tool and click and drag the shape on the right on top of the shape on the left, we can see that where those paths overlap, Photoshop is treating these two shapes as if they're one. I'll use the keyboard shortcut Command H in order to hide the edges so that we can see that a little better. And then to show edges, I'll use Command H again. If I change the Path Alignment options to Subtract from Shape, then the front shape, or the shape that I drew second, will be subtracted from the shape in back. Using the Path Selection tool, I'll reposition the second heart, and we can see that it cuts a hole through the first one. If I change the Path Alignment options to intersect the shape areas, and then I reposition the second heart downwards, we can see that the only area that's revealed is where those two shapes intersect. When I change the option to exclude overlapping shapes, then I get the reverse. Now, if you're seeing something different on your screen, it's probably because of the order in which you drew the shapes. If you ever need to change the shape stacking order, you can select the shape and then choose either bring the shape to the front or forward, back or to the back. When you reposition the stacking order, the way that the shapes combine can differ. If I wanted to save this as its own custom shape, I would return back to the Path Alignment options and choose Merge Shape Components. That combines this into a single shape. And if I thought that I was going to want to use this shape again, I could choose Edit and then Define Custom Shape. I would give the shape a name, click OK, and that adds the custom shape to my shape library. So when I select my Custom Shape tool, we can see if we scroll down, there's the new shape that we just created. So that's how you modify and combine multiple shapes, as well as define your own custom shape in Photoshop.